BeefEX 2012, the lot feeding industry showcase event, once again delivered a program designed to inform, motivate, inspire and entertain. BeefEX is a time to renew industry contacts or make new ones, to absorb information from throughout the industry and to recognise those whose dedication to their chosen field will ensure the industry continues to thrive. We hope you enjoy this highlights package, which features insights from some of this year's key speakers, beginning with MLA Managing Director Scott Hansen and his view of the opportunities for grain-fed beef supply chains.
One of the real advantages of the Australian industry is the fact that it offers a full range of products for a diverse range of overseas customers. You know, Australian beef and Australian cattle are exported to over 110 markets every week. And what we have is everything from the live animals that go into markets that require local processing, all the way through to high-value, chilled, vac-packed beef ready for high-priced consumers around the world. Now, that full diverse range is what gives the diversity of markets that Australia needs and Australian producers need to make sure that we get the best returns possible.
Jason Strong, MLA Regional Manager for Europe, spoke about the massive potential for quality Australian grain-fed beef in high-end EU markets.
Surprisingly, there's a very low level of awareness of Australia and Australian product in Europe. Even though we've been a long-term supplier, once you get outside the UK and outside a specific supermarket chain in Denmark, you know, there's a very low level of awareness of Australia as a beef supplier. So what we try to do is identify strong supply chains where an importer has a commitment to Australian products, and then find downstream, high potential users in their supply chain, and then show them our production system. And what we've done in those trips is get people committed to Australia as a supplier when they see our production systems, our traceability systems, our commitment to quality and consistency, the sort of product we produce, how we produce it. They see us as a very, very valuable supplier for their high-end customers.
On the domestic front, Woolworths General Manager for Fresh Food, Pat McEntee, shared with BeefEX delegates the success that Woolworths has enjoyed since rolling out MSA beef on Woolworths shelves, with $172 million in total sales since the MSA launch in January 2012.
Look, MSA has been a really good part of underpinning the Woolworths brand and starting to communicate to customers that a consistent quality beef product is available from Woolworths supermarkets every time they shop. So tender, juicy beef is really important to Australian customers.
Dr. Peter McGilchrist explained how the MSA program has the potential to deliver even more value with the extraction of increased quantities of higher value 4- and 5-star MSA products.
When MSA originally came out, it was had the 3- and 4- and 5-star levels, but it's been adopted at its most basic level really, and boning groups have really fostered that adoption, and they've been very good, but I think it's time to move to the next level. There's certainly a lot of potential just with the current supply base that we've got. When you look at the raw data of cattle that have been graded in the last 3 or 4 years, there's certainly a lot of high quality beef that's going through this system.
Dicky Adewoso, along with Australian business partner Greg Pankhurst, has run a cattle importing and feedlot business in Indonesia for more than 20 years. He gave a first-hand perspective on how the 2011 live export ban resonated throughout Indonesia.
It was a shock to us. I was there when my minister received a call from Joe Ludwig. It was thought that it was a very amicable situation on both sides, but the next day the ban came in. Okay, it was a humiliation to us. How can a trading partner do this to us? Okay, and then after, we do not cry about it, and we have to move forward. Myself with my business partner Greg Pankhurst, we devised a system, try to comply with what the worldwide standard is requiring. So that's what we're doing.
Animal welfare is always at the forefront of any feedlotter's mind. Hear what RSPCA CEO Heather Neal had to say after her visit to Waianui Feedlot in September.
I think feedlot industry in Australia, certainly the facility that I've been to really demonstrates a high level of confidence that the industry is making a very good judgment of what community expectations are, and then working very hard to actually exceed those expectations and be ahead of the curve. Of all the livestock industries that the RSPCA works with, we're really encouraged by the progressive and proactive movement that this industry shows.
Alpha Director and past President Malcolm Foster gave an update on Alpha's Community Standing Program and how the industry's message will be delivered.
If you ask consumers where do they get information about food, first thing they'll say is the internet, then they'll talk about butchers, then they'll talk about books, and then they'll talk about their family and friends. So we're putting a deliberate program of getting facts about the industry to those range of opinion leaders out there, putting it on YouTube and putting it on the internet where people can access it if they need it. But the second part of the campaign is directed at consumers themselves. Now, if you ask consumers what do they think about grain-fed beef, the messages are really positive. You know, it's a better quality product, it's something I'll have on special occasions, it's good for me, you know, they really have a good message about it. So the second part of what we're about to do is to focus on reinforcing those positive images they've got. If you ask them where does it come from, they haven't got any idea, and the message we're getting is they don't really want to know, don't bother, don't take them down that route. Concentrate on the things, on reinforcing their positive beliefs. So that's where we're heading.
We hope you've enjoyed this highlights package. Alpha gratefully acknowledges the industry support and invaluable contributions of all BeefEX 2012 sponsors who've helped to make BeefEX the #1 ticket on the lot feeders calendar. We look forward to seeing you again in 2014.